cooking for two. Most recipes are written with 4 or more people in mind, but what if there are only 2 at the table? A new book shows us how to downsize dinner while upsizing flavor, and it's called Cooking for Two. The authors are Bruce Weinstein and Mark Scarbrough. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning,
Good
Campbell.
morning, Campbell.
Bruce, let me start with you.
Okay.
It actually is hard to cook for 2 people because you have leftovers, you waste ingredients, and then you've got to do the math.
It is hard. It's very easy to expand a recipe, but it's difficult to cut it back. So we've given you recipes in Cooking for Two that try you to maximize your flavor in a smaller pot.
And even buying ingredients in smaller sizes and stuff to do it, so you don't have to deal with leftovers.
That is the trick, so that if you open it, you're going to use it. There's no waste.
That sounds good. Well, let's. The first thing we're going to make is it's kind of a Spanish casserole.
Arroz con pollo,
Arroz
chicken and
con
rice,
pollo.
which is usually you make in a huge pot for lots of people. So we just have a couple of chicken thighs.
So instead of a whole chicken, you just use the thighs.
Chicken, a couple of thighs, and we have some fresh spices. And some fresh garlic and saffron.
Saffron, what else?
Some rosemary. And some oregano.
Okay.
We have some chorizo, which is Spanish sausage, a dried sausage full of lots of flavor.
I know, I love it.
It's one of those tricks
Great,
of adding
like
a lot of flavor in one ingredient, like the saffron did.
Right.
We have some onions.
Okay.
And that's just one small onion chopped up. And if you want to dump those tomatoes in for me. Great.
Chop fresh tomatoes.
And then the rice gets sprinkled on top of that. You can do that
just
for
like
me.
this?
Just like that. And just a little bit of rice. And we just make sure that's great. We'll now cover that and let that go for about 20 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, we're ready to add my favorite ingredient in this.
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
I love shrimp. But now, traditionally, you do this with clams and mussels and stuff,
clams and mussels. This is a little difficult to buy, to go to a fish store and buy 3 clams. So this way you can go and get a quarter pound of shrimp.
Just get the shrimp that you need.
Look at that. That's been going for 20 minutes.
We're going to actually let you work on the shrimp while Mark and I start on our other dish, which is a eggplant parmesan.
No fry.
No fry. Healthy eggplant parmesan.
Healthy, you know.
And it's still good?
It is, because, eggplant parmesan, no letters, but it's kind of a greasy mess at times.
Right.
And we developed this recipe.
That's what makes it yummy.
Yeah, okay. But we developed this kind of no-carb recipe, low in fat, that's really good. I've just simply taken these eggplant and put them in the oven and baked them a minute so that I concentrated
That's all. Did you spice them up or anything, or no?
No.
No, you just baked them like this.
And I'm going to layer them in my casserole dish.
And this is, we should say, a small casserole dish. You don't have all this
casserole
leftover to deal with.
Exactly.
Okay.
And these are, you could think of these as the noodles of the casserole.
So this is kind of like, like lasagna.
Kind of like it, yeah.
I mean, how we're layering it.
I have a fresh tomato sauce we just made with some canned tomatoes and fresh herbs and onions, which I would ladle in here and make a nice layer. And then some Parmesan cheese.
Fresh Parmesan. Gotta
shaved.
have,
Yeah, with like a vegetable peeler or a cheese plane.
Ooh, this looks good.
Right?
And then you just keep layering and layering.
Well, we take a little nutmeg. We're going to put a little nutmeg on top of that because that will bring the flavors of that cheese right out. And then we do it again and again, and we end up with this casserole that's...
How long do you bake this?
I think it goes about 30 minutes in a 350 oven, and you come out with a... Are you kidding? That and a glass of wine? That's dinner.
I know, and good and healthy.
And
I can't wait to taste it.
Exactly.
How did we do with the shrimp? Let's
look at the shrimp is heated through. That's beautiful. And then there's dessert. We made these
sorry, I just did you saute the shrimp or something?
No, the shrimp go in. The shrimp go in either raw and they cook very quickly. And that's it. And
here's our serving dish. It looks beautiful.
It does.
Let's move down because I do want to have you guys talk about the soup and the salad first.
Well, this is a quinoa salad. Quinoa is one of those super grains. It's actually got as much protein as beef per serving, but it's a grain. Yeah, it's an absolute
And we perked it up
grain.
with some walnuts and some red onion to really give it some wonderful power. Some cucumber and the toasted walnuts really pop it up. Fresh pea soup.
Just
wonderful
fresh
peas, perfect bright green color and great flavor.
And a single brownie.
That recipe makes 2 of those.
The recipe makes two brownies.
And cheesecake.
Single serving cheesecakes. The book is full of those.
And I think it's funny, you use quail eggs actually to substitute.
Or you can use quail eggs
or you can use pasteurized egg substitutes.
Wonderful. We should tell everyone that you can find the recipes on the website along with some information about the book at weekendtoday.msnbc.com. Thanks to both of you. This is great.
Thank you so much.
And up next, Lester and I are hitting the grass. We'll take each other on in lawnmower races. We'll be right back. First, this is Today on NBC.